Hello everyone, welcome to Jennifer's Sewing and Crochet. If it's your first time joining my videos, welcome. If you're returning from a previous video, welcome back. Today we're going to continue on with the Ultra Punch videos. I am going to show you how to assemble your needle if you have not already had it assembled, or how to change your needle to a different size. Then I am going to show you how to thread it. So what you're first going to want to do is decide on the needle size that you want. When you buy your kit, if you're not joining from a previous video, if it's your first time using the kit, it will come with 3 needles, which is a small, medium, and a large. I have purchased an extra fine needle. Okay, and these usually run, depending on who you buy them from, they can run anywhere from I've seen $4 to clear up until $10. So it depends on really where you want to get them from. When I did the research to see the sites that do have the needles, most of them were out of stock. So you definitely will have to do your research on where to find them. Okay, so what you're first going to want to do is your pen, your punch needle pen will come in 2 pieces. Okay, so this is your inner barrel, and it will come probably with it inside the pen itself. So you're going to want to take it out. And you will notice that it has a little pin here, and that is for setting your needle depth. And then you will notice at the end of your pen, you have this like little keyhole in the end of it, and you can see the pin through the center of the needle. Okay, so depending on your needle, the size of the needle that you're going to get, or that you're going to use, excuse me, you will use the proper spring for that. So with your larger needles, your large needle and your medium needle, you are going to use the large spring, and that is all one size all the way from one end to the other, and you can see it's larger. If you're going to be using your small needle or your extra fine needle, which I'll be using, you'll use the small spring, and you can tell at the end of it, it gets smaller. Okay, and you'll see the little hole at the end of the needle, and that just helps stabilize the tip of your needle in the pen as you're punching. So you're going to want to take whatever needle you're using. I'm going to be using the small one, or the extra fine, like I said. So you're going to line it up one side of your pen. It's really hard to see there, I'm really sorry. It'll have a little arrow right there. I think you can see that. The other side will have a circle, and that is to tell you which side of your needle. So your needle will also have the little arrow. And where's the arrow? Okay, so this side is the arrow right there, and this side is this little circle dot that has your needle size in it. And this one is really hard to see. It does have an E. I think you can see that right there. I know that is hard to see. Okay, that is for your extra fine needle. So what you're going to do is you are going to take your side that has the arrow and the arrow on your needle, and you'll see that the little keyhole, and you'll stick that right in there, and you're going to turn it and lock it so it locks your needle into place. Then you're going to take your spring and you're going to place it over the tip of your needle, and make sure the tip of the needle goes through the little hole Okay, just like that. Okay. Then you're going to take the top portion of your pen and you're going to place it right down over the top, and you're going to line the pin that is on the barrel with the little notch. Okay, and you're just going to, it's not wanting to go through. That's because the tip of my needle popped out of the end of the spring. Okay, so place it through, and you're going to want to, through the little notch there, put it through and set it to a depth where your needle will come out the end. I typically like to set it to about the 7 or 8, so I have at least an inch of needle out so I can work with it while I am threading it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to either at this point separate my thread. If you're using embroidery floss, it comes in a little skein like this, and there are 6 strands to this thread. And if you're using a extra fine needle like I'm using, you can use 1 to 2 threads through it. I have found that 2 work fine. The recommended is just 1 thread. If you are using a small, again, you can use up to 2 threads. A medium, oops, this is my small, and this is my medium. The medium is 3 to 4. The large is 4 to 6. With the large, you can also embroidery embroidery, the whole strand of embroidery floss. You also can use a whole strand of crochet thread. And this is just a small ball of crochet thread that I have left. And this is a size 10 crochet thread. It will work with the large needle. I have tried it. Okay, so then what you're going to want to do to thread your needle is, I will show you here on the large needle, there is a wrong side to the needle. There's a front and a back. Okay, it will show you in your little manual that there is a wrong side and a back side. Okay, so right here, your back side of your needle is your rounded side. Your front side of your needle is where the bevel is, and the eye of your needle will be to the back. Okay, so I think you can see here what I like to do. I'm right-handed, so I keep the eye of the needle or the back side of the needle to my right side, and you can see the bevel on this large needle. See how it's, okay, I think you can see in there a little bit. I think you can, there you go, I think you can see that one. Okay, so like I said, since I'm right-handed, I like to keep the rounded side to my right side. Okay, with that in mind, I'll put the little cap back on this one so I don't stab myself. You're going to want to take your needle while it's in the pen, have your back side to my right side for me. If you're left-handed, you can put it on your left hand so it's easier. Then you're going to take your needle threader, and in this step, it doesn't matter which way you have it adjusted. You're going to take at the very tip, and you're going to take the needle and or the threader and stick it. Since this is an extra fine needle, it's a little hard to stick it in there at first. So you're going to stick it right down through the center of the needle, all the way until it comes out at the end of the barrel on the opposite end. Okay, so I like to just kind of like loosely place it like up against something just so it doesn't fall out. Then you're going to, let me move these a little so you can see better. You'll see that your wires of your needle threader are a little bit separated. So I like to stick my finger in there so it's not going to come out of the pen. Then you're going to take your thread, whichever thickness you're going to be using for your needle, and you're going to just simply stick it through the center of the wires, between the two wires. Pull it through. I like to leave about 4 to 5 inches. And then you're going to remove your finger out of it and just pull it right through the barrel until both ends come out. Leave a nice long tail. Turn your needle back around. So in this step, you're definitely going to want to have the back side of your needle either to your right side if you're right-handed or left if you're left-handed, whichever works for you. Pull your thread down just a little bit so you have maybe, let's say a 4-inch tail, about a 4-inch tail. What I like to do is I like to grab it with my pinky, pull it taut so it's down with the pen so it doesn't get in the way, and then I just hold it like this. And then you're going to again take your needle threader, and this one's really tight. I will show you on the larger needle. So you're going to make sure the back side, the round side of your needle, you're going to take your threader and you're going to put it through the round side right through the eye of the needle. Okay, just like so. Okay, that's a little bit easier. The hole on this needle is just a little bit better so you can see. So make sure you put it just like so. Okay, so again, I'm going to make sure that thread is held tightly, taut, and it's a little hard to get it through this itty bitty little hole, but I just hold the very tip of the needle threader and I stick it right in there like so. And then what I do is I like to push it almost all the way through, and then I pull my thread back down a little, and you're going to separate your wires again. I like to take my thumb and my finger, and when I have them separated, I stick them through. And then I'm going to grab the thread from underneath, pull it up just so it is through those wires. Make sure that it's not twisted. Okay, just another good tip is to put your finger, whoops, your finger through that loop, kind of like so. Okay, and then you're going to pull it through all the way through until it comes through the tip of your needle, and then you can just pull it right out. And you're going to take your thread and you're going to pull it to about an inch from the end of your needle. Then I just like to hold it down and hold it on there, or before you can just pull it out, set your depth of what your stitch is going to be. In my case, I believe my project that I've been working on, I think I threw away my little note, but that's okay. Actually, I have it right here. I like to take a Post-it note and write the threads that I'm using, the needle that I'm using, or the colors of the thread I'm using, the needle I'm using, and the depth that I'm using. Okay, so I'm using my extra fine needle. I am using a number 3 depth. So you can see here on your pen that one side has 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. The other side is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So you're just going to set your depth to whatever size loop you want. This is going to give me a small loop. Then you're going to pull it 1 inch to the end of the needle. Or if you've been punching a little bit better, a little longer, you can get away with a 1/2 inch. Okay, then you're going to take your project, and this is what the number 3 depth looks like. You can see that it is a very short loop. It is very tight, and it creates a really nice firm fabric, and that's what that looks like. And you just start punching from the back side. This will be your front of your work, and this is your back side of your work. On my next video, I will show you how to punch. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up down below. If you want to see more of my videos, please subscribe. Stay tuned for the next video. It'll be coming up soon. Talk to you then. Bye-bye.